It's absolutely criminal that this isn't talked about more. Something so safe that's well studied and has so many protective mechanisms for your digestion, it can help with bloating, gas, diarrhea, you name it. This might be a better option than anything your standard GI doc will recommend to you, and they probably haven't even heard of it. Today, we're going to explore a remedy so powerful yet so understated that you might dismiss it at first glance. I'm talking about glutamine, the unsung hero of gut health. If you've ever felt defeated by digestive issues like bloating, or if brain fog has clouded your days, your breakthrough may be closer than you think. By the end of this video, not only will you understand why glutamine could be your ticket to digestive nirvana, but you'll also learn precisely how to use it to transform your gut health. So if you're ready for a life without the belly bloat and mental haze, stay tuned. Your gut healing journey starts now. In order to understand why glutamine is such a powerhouse for gut health, we need to understand what creates health: energy production. As the secret to our vitality, it facilitates every reaction, every healing process, and every defense mechanism in the body. Without it, well, we're basically a ship without a sail. Prioritizing this biological engine is paramount. It's not just about feeling more energetic, it's about enabling your body to maintain its integrity and resilience against every curveball that life throws at you. And here's a stunning fact that might take you by surprise. Our digestive system is one of the most energy-intensive systems in our body. It's home to an extensive and intricate lining that spans over an area equivalent to a tennis court and completely renews itself every 3 to 5 days. And this process is absolutely vital for its function. What exactly does this have to do with glutamine? Well, we'll get there shortly. Now, imagine this lining is constantly bombarded by external enemies, from infectious microbes to relentless toxins and food particles. It's an all-out war down there, and to keep the peace, our gut needs an enormous amount of energy. So where does glutamine fit into this high-octane environment? Picture this amino acid as the superfuel for one of the busiest metropolises in the world, your gut. It shoulders immense responsibilities, from energy delivery to functional support, with grace and efficiency. Glutamine is the most abundant amino acid in your body and is the quintessential currency of intestinal energy. The demand for this amino acid is intense. The small intestine alone commandeers 30% of the body's supply. Its role doesn't just end with digestion. Your immune system depends heavily on glutamine. It zealously devours it, especially during times of increased need, like infections or injuries. In these high-stress situations, glutamine stores get depleted, which can lead to trouble on multiple fronts, including a compromised immune system and weakened gut barrier function. Given that 70% of the immune system resides in the gut, you can start to see the picture of why this is crucial for your digestion. But don't worry, we'll be diving much deeper into these effects and what they mean for your health soon enough.
Here's where it gets crazy.
As a nutrient, glutamine plays multiple roles. It's been shown to fend off the invasion of harmful bacteria by encouraging the production of antimicrobial peptides, the body's own natural antibiotics. It's like your gut's personal security system, potentially preempting a whole suite of digestive and systemic health issues before they even begin. Prepare to be amazed as we delve into the fascinating world of glutamine and its pivotal role in gut health. This journey takes us through the bustling corridors of the intestinal lining, all 320 to 430 square feet of it. For this expansive and dynamic tissue to renew itself so frequently, it craves a constant, substantial energy supply. Above carbs or fat, glutamine is the fuel of choice for the intestinal cells, known as enterocytes, allowing them to function properly. Glutamine also powers the regeneration of the lining of the gut through fueling intestinal stem cell proliferation, cells that can transform into all types of different cells with unique duties, from nutrient absorption to forming a protective barricade against external insults. As previously mentioned, glutamine's heroics extend beyond mere energy provision. It has been observed to have a hand in reducing the colonization of harmful bacteria like E. coli in the gut, thereby acting as a frontline warrior against infections and bacterial overgrowths. This is a huge deal because an overgrowth of the wrong kind of bacteria can wreak havoc on your digestive system, driving inflammation, signaling pain and sensitivity through the nervous system, creating gas, and slowing down motility. Cookie-cutter symptoms of poor digestion and even chronic disease. We need glutamine to prevent this mayhem.
But I'm not done yet!
Glutamine is also like a master stonemason when it comes to maintaining the gut's structural integrity. It influences the assembly of tight junction proteins, which are like the mortar between the cellular bricks of your gut wall, maintaining the barrier that separates your internal milieu from the outside world. The breakdown of this barrier is typically called leaky gut, which causes problem not only locally in the digestive tract, but systemically, potentially leading to issues with your skin, sleep, energy, and mood. Now, let's visit the battlefield of inflammation. Glutamine steps in like a special forces operator, tuning down the response to NF-kappa B, the master regulator in the body's immune response to invaders and inflammation. It's like damping down a riot before it gets out of hand, which is crucial because an overactive immune response can lead to a plethora of inflammatory diseases. In the world of inflammatory mediators, nitric oxide plays a starring role. While it's essential for certain bodily functions, an overproduction of nitric oxide can lead to disastrous consequences in inflammatory conditions such as sepsis. In fact, high levels of nitric oxide are a consistent finding in conditions like inflammatory bowel disease, furthering the inflammatory cascade and halting the brakes on mitochondrial energy production. But glutamine can help regulate nitric oxide by controlling its synthesis and has been shown to reduce levels of plasma nitrate, the molecule's more stable form. With all this talk about cell proliferation and regeneration of the gut, let's not forget that too much of it can spell trouble. Balance is key. Too much cell growth can lead to things like cancer, while too little can result in a weakened intestinal barrier. Glutamine acts as the wise overseer, promoting cell birth and preventing unnecessary cell death, especially when cells are under stress. This helps keep the gut lining renewed and robust, ready to take on its myriad of tasks. And there's yet another hat that glutamine wears, that of a guardian. Acting as a precursor for the vital antioxidant glutathione, glutamine ensures the cellular antioxidant defenses are strong, protecting your cells from free radicals and helping them maintain their structural and functional integrity. Increases in oxidative damage are critical in the process of developing digestive disorders. But now let's get into the heart of the matter, the clinical trials, where glutamine's effects on real-life gut woes are put to the test, and we can learn how to implement it for ourselves. For those tormented by IBS, glutamine has been a beacon of hope, with studies showing astonishing improvements. One particular study had patients taking 5 grams of glutamine 3 times a day for 6 weeks, combined with dietary adjustments, resulting in over 50% reductions in IBS severity. These numbers are speaking for themselves. 88% of participants saw improvement by over 45%. Symptoms improved with glutamine treatment included abdominal pain intensity, abdominal pain frequency, bloating and distension, satisfaction of bowel movements, stool consistency, and quality of life. It's like pressing the reset button on your digestive system. Another study was even more convincing, where participants took the same dose of 5 grams of glutamine 3 times daily for 8 weeks. Glutamine turned the average severity of their IBS from severe to moderate, with 96% of patients witnessing tangible improvements. The implications of this are nothing short of incredible. By the way, 5 grams of glutamine is right around a teaspoon of glutamine. The IBS patients taking glutamine nearly cut their daily bowel movement frequency in half and improved their movements to near perfection from an almost constant diarrhea.
I'm just gonna do a sausage, egg, and you know what? No poop today. I don't want the poop.
Now, remember when we mentioned leaky gut? In the realm of undesirable gut issues, it's like the leader of the pack, implicated in a whole host of health problems from liver ailments to chronic inflammatory conditions. Well, glutamine has been shown to serve as a counterpunch by normalizing intestinal hyperpermeability, reinforcing the gut as a steadfast barrier from bacteria and other unwanted components. The protective role of glutamine extends even to the intense environment of ICU treatment. Research here has shown how glutamine not only reduces indications of gut permeability, but also lowers concentrations of harmful endotoxins and boosts levels of antibodies against them. In layman's terms, it's safeguarding the gut from inflammation and penetration by bacteria and toxins. So after unpacking the wealth of benefits that glutamine delivers, the natural question arises: can we simply get our fill from our diets? It's true that glutamine is available in a variety of foods, accounting for a significant proportion of the protein in common animal-based products. However, the therapeutic levels that catalyze substantial change, as shown in these impactful studies, go beyond what dietary sources alone can provide. To hit that 15 gram per day therapeutic mark without supplementation, you'd be looking at consuming well over 200 grams of protein per day to attempt to achieve therapeutic doses. On top of that, glutamine in food is in a whole protein form, as opposed to the free amino acid in the supplement, which may impact how much you absorb and how much of your intestines can actually use for all of its vital functions. I think if you're trying to use it for intestinal problems, then supplementing with the free amino acid is ideal. This is the brand of glutamine that we've been using from Pure Bulk. It's a pure powder with absolutely zero additives and works like a charm. You can click the top right of your screen here to try it for yourself, or see the link in the description. Remember, the IBS studies used 15 grams per day across 6 to 8 weeks. It's important to note that the research seems to indicate that it will likely take 6+ weeks to see benefit, especially for more serious GI problems. However, given its safety profile with no adverse events being reported, even at doses of up to 50 to 60 grams per day, the risk is minimal and the potential for benefit is immense. But again, always consult a licensed healthcare provider. So just to recap on the diverse roles of glutamine, it's an energy source for your intestines, a protector and rejuvenator of the gut lining, a modulator of the immune response and of inflammation, and can even protect against bacterial infections and overgrowths. All of this culminates in its potential to reduce digestive symptoms across the board. As we've seen, its potential to improve gut health is backed by robust clinical evidence, and given its affordability and ease of use, it begs the question, why not give it a try? But facing gastrointestinal issues doesn't mean you have to fight the battle alone. We're thrilled to introduce Prism, our ultra-premium health consulting platform. We've assembled a team of bioenergetic specialists to come together to focus on your energy and gut health. Discover how we can tailor a health strategy specifically for you. Click the top right of your screen or the link in the description for a complimentary consultation, where we'll delve into your concerns and explore personalized solutions. Thank you for joining us today, and I look forward to navigating through more health discoveries with you. As always, don't let them fool you. Subscribe to our channel.